I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno.
Wait,
I loved it because it was so
wasn't
raw.
expecting that.
Were you
That's
cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
Our show
No way.
will be
Wow,
a mixture
that's
of
actually
education. I think
Hold
you're
on.
misreading the law a little bit.
Did that really just
and
happen?
entertainment. My
That's crazy.
main goal is
Wow.
justice and the
Okay, I
law.
see where this is
That's
going.
been my legacy,
that's
and
smart.
the legacy I hope to continue into the
Interesting.
future with the show.
Wait a second. Seriously? Wow.
Brad Williams claims
I did
his
not see that
shoulder
coming.
was injured
That's
because
wild.
his coworker drank before coming to the gym and didn't spot him
Wow.
properly during
That's
a lift.
impressive.
Terry Reaney says he told the plaintiff the weight was too much.
That's
His
actually really
warning was ignored.
Wow. Look
All
at
right,
that.
Mr. Williams, you're suing Mr.
Okay, fair
Remy
enough.
for $3,500 that you say he owes you
That's better than I
because
expected.
of an injury that you
right.
sustained that you say
That
was
was
his
good.
fault.
Wow.
Yes, Your
How
Honor.
long have you
I
two
enjoyed
known
that.
each other?
Okay.
We've known
Let's
each other
see.
for about 5 years now. He's a regular workout partner.
Oh,
We've been
wow.
going about twice a week.
Wait.
This was the first
What?
time that,
I
due
wasn't
to his
expecting
drunken
that.
negligence,
That's interesting.
I sustained a serious injury.
Okay.
All right, so what
Oh.
happened?
No way.
So I was at the gym,
Wow, that's
texted
actually
him to meet up
impressive.
while I was at work.
Hold on.
Let's hit the
Did
spot
that really
right
just
after,
happen?
about 5 o'clock. And
That's
he
crazy.
said that he was still at the
Wow.
office and that he would meet
Okay,
me
I see where
afterwards.
this
So
is going.
no problem. I went to the gym by myself.
nice. That's smart.
Did some cardio, some free weights, and waited for him to show up.
Interesting.
All right, what time did he show up?
So I was at the
Seriously?
gym at about 7.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
How many hours
I did
do you
not see that
guys
coming.
work out when you
That's
work
wild.
out?
It's usually a couple hours, just depends on what we're
That's
going
good.
for.
Nice.
Wow. All right, so
Wow.
go ahead.
That's
So he
impressive.
finally does show up to the gym. I see him from across the gym. He's working
Oh.
on a different machine.
That's actually
Wave him
really
over,
cool.
ask him to help me
Wow,
with a spot.
look at that.
Okay,
Go
now
for
what's a
interest.
spot?
So a
Okay,
spot
fair
is
enough.
when somebody assists you in lifting a weight that you might otherwise struggle with.
So you're
That's
lying
better than I
down and you're going to do this, and
All right.
he
That
is
was
standing
good.
behind you
Wow.
just in
I
case
enjoyed
something
that.
goes wrong. That's
Okay.
the idea behind
Let's see.
spotting. And what happened?
I went for a
Oh,
few
wow.
reps. Went for 3,
Wait,
1, 2, 3,
what?
no problem.
I wasn't
was struggling
expecting
on the
that.
4th
That's
rep,
interesting.
so at that point I asked him to help me re-rec
Okay.
it, which he did no
Oh.
problem. I
No
felt like I
way.
had one more in me.
Wow, that's actually
so
impressive.
I went for it,
Hold on.
and I was struggling,
Did that
but
really
I couldn't
just
quite
happen?
get it back up. So I'm looking for his help.
That's
I'm
crazy.
shouting, "Hey man, help me! I need
Wow.
some help getting this back
Okay,
up."
I see where this is
He was
going.
looking around, not paying attention.
But you're
That's
screaming
smart.
right in front of him. That your screaming didn't cause him to
Wait a second.
Yeah,
engage?
apparently not until I
Wow.
screamed his
Okay.
name and he finally
I did not see
realized the
that
bar
coming.
was about to crush
That's
me.
wild.
At which point it was too late, so he
That's
tried to
good.
lift it back up.
Nice.
Overcompensated with his right
That's
arm.
impressive.
Tilted the
Okay.
weight off to the left. Everything fell. It crashed. I completely,
actually
I
really
just
cool.
felt this raving pain
Wow,
in my
look at
shoulder.
that.
from the
Interesting.
weight itself pressing
fair
against
enough.
you, or from whatever motion you were doing to get it off
Oh,
you?
wow.
It was from
That's
the weight
better than I
itself. So trying to
Okay.
push it up, normally you want to get
All
it
right.
straight.
That
He
was good.
overcompensated in trying to help me, and
I
it tilted
enjoyed that.
all the weight to the
Okay.
left side.
Let's see.
So
Okay.
at that point, I felt an immediate tear,
Oh,
just this
wow.
immense pain in my shoulder,
Wait,
and I started,
what?
screaming because it
I
hurt.
wasn't
After
expecting
that, I
that.
yelled
That's
at him because I was like, "Hey, man, this, you're not supposed to
Okay.
help me out.
Oh.
Like you weren't paying attention."
No
We got
way.
into his face. He was
Wow, that's
more
actually
interested
impressive.
in re-racking the
Hold
weights
on.
than
Did that
caring
really
about
just
my injury.
happen?
So what did he say to you?
He
That's
said you
crazy.
shouldn't have gone for that much weight.
Wow.
I said
Okay,
you
I
should have
see
had
where
my
this is
spot.
going.
We're going at it,
Oh,
and then
nice.
at that
That's
point I
smart.
smelled he's been drinking. He's got some alcohol in his breath.
And
Wait
you
a
didn't
second.
smell that before?
Seriously?
No, he was
Wow.
across the gym.
Okay.
I didn't see him until
I
he
did
was
not see
right
that
next to
coming.
me.
Well, he's standing
wild.
right over your head.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if he
that's
talked at
good.
all, you would
Nice.
know if he
Wow.
smelled like alcohol,
That's
right? Because
impressive.
he's literally,
Okay.
your face is here and his face is here, right?
yeah.
Were you
That's actually
drinking
really
before the
cool.
gym?
Your Honor,
Wow, look at that.
I was.
As one does,
Two-
right?
Okay,
Before
fair enough.
2 to 4 drinks max.
Nice.
who drinks
wow.
2 to
That's
4
better than I
drinks
expected.
and then goes to the gym?
All right.
Everyone
That was good.
has their own
Wow.
kind of
I
pre-workout.
enjoyed that.
That's your pre-workout?
On occasion,
What were you drinking?
Oh,
2,
wow.
maybe 4 gin and
Wait.
tonics.
Oh,
What?
that's pretty
I
strong.
wasn't expecting that. That's
Is that
interesting.
common that you would have 4? I know
Okay.
you must
Oh.
be joking with me because you
No
can't
way.
possibly
Wow, that's
demand to
actually
have 4
impressive.
drinks before
Hold on.
every workout.
Not
that
every
really just
workout,
happen?
but there is sort of a running
crazy.
joke that when I say I'm staying
Wow.
late at the office,
Okay, I see where this is
which
going.
is the place where I
that's
work,
smart.
we have a bar on the first floor. That means I'm
Interesting.
grabbing a few drinks.
Wait a second.
And we have
Seriously?
2 mutual friends
Wow.
who are drinking
Okay.
buddies of ours
I did not see
who
that
I met
coming.
up with
That's wild.
right as I finished with work.
That's good.
And
Okay.
I told
Nice.
him over
Wow.
text that
That's
I'd be there
impressive.
at 7,
Okay.
and I extended an invitation to him.
To come and drink
That's
with you.
actually really cool.
Okay, let me see the text.
Wow, look at that. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. Nice one. Oh, wow.
You're
That's
good,
better
honey.
than I expected.
No, don't you be stepping towards the
All right.
judge. You kidding me?
That
You
was
know what
good.
my bailiff is going to do to you?
I enjoyed that.
All 6'5" of you, too. Thinking
Oh,
of hitting the
wow.
gym tonight. You up for
Wait.
it? Yeah, I
What?
need to get some
I
free
wasn't
weights in.
expecting that.
Cool.
That's
I'll be
interesting.
over at 7 from work.
Okay. Oh.
Meet you there. Going to
No
spend some
way.
time at the office
Wow,
with
that's
Jake and
actually
Sam.
impressive.
Want to meet up with us?
Hold on.
So is he
Did that
supposed
really
to know
just
what
happen?
at the office means?
Yes, it's
crazy.
a common
Wow.
running
Okay, I
joke,
see where this
inside
is
joke
going.
of ours.
Is that accurate?
Nice.
I might
That's
have heard
smart.
it once with him and his girlfriend.
Okay,
but
so when he
Interesting.
says to you,
Wait a second.
gonna spend spend some
Seriously?
time at the
Wow.
office with Jake
Okay.
and Sam. Do you want
I
to
did not
meet
see
with
that
us?
coming.
You knew
That's
that
wild.
meant that he was having drinks with Jake and Sam, and
that's
did you
good.
want to join him,
Nice.
right?
Yes.
Do
Wow.
Jake and Sam work
That's
with him?
impressive.
No, those are mutual friends.
Okay, so you know then that staying
That's
late at
actually
the
really
office
cool.
didn't mean working this time.
Wow,
You knew
look
it
at
meant the
that.
bar.
Yeah,
Interesting.
usually.
Because he doesn't work
Okay,
with Jake
fair
and
enough.
Sam.
No.
Right, and he invited you. So he's not inviting you to
That's
go
better
over a
than I
project at
expected.
work, right? He's inviting you for
All right.
drinks.
Correct.
That was
yeah.
good.
I thought so.
Wow.
You tell me
I
what
enjoyed
happened where the weights ended up
Let's
dropping.
see.
I get to the gym and I start my cardio,
wow.
and he
Wait.
weighs me down.
What?
So
I
I
wasn't
come over
expecting that.
and
That's
he's
interesting.
got 2 plates on the bench
Okay.
press.
Oh.
I warned
No
him,
way.
hey,
Wow,
a
that's
25-pound
actually
jump
impressive.
is drastic.
Hold on.
And this is
that
dangerous.
really just
Wait, you
happen?
warned him of all this with 4 drinks in you?
That's crazy.
Coming up on
Okay, I see
Justice
where
for
this
the
is going.
People.
Do you know that he's doing that?
That's
I
smart.
mean, it was pretty noisy in the gym. I was a little bit distracted.
Why were you distracted?
There was a lot going on.
Okay, but
I did
don't
not
you
see
have
that
like one
coming.
job, which
That's
is to
wild.
spot him right now?
And later,
That's
This
good.
is a joke
Nice.
more for adults
Wow.
and to not repeat
That's
it.
impressive.
So I try to set that boundary.
Okay, you tried to set that boundary. That's like 1,000
That's
times
actually really
worse.
cool.
It's our little secret.
Wow, look at that.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area
Okay, fair
and want to
enough.
bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
All right. That was good. Wow. I enjoyed that.
You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge
Oh,
Milian.
wow.
We're back
Wait,
with the case of Brad
what?
Williams,
I wasn't
who
expecting
blames
that.
Terry
That's
Rainey for a torn rotator
Okay.
cuff.
Oh.
So that was
No
this
way.
night that you said
Wow,
that to him. It's
that's
not like
actually
on some
impressive.
prior day. It's this
Hold on.
day that you say
Yeah,
that.
Did that
I
really
have
just
Go
receipts
on.
that it's only. I have receipts to show that it was
That's
only
crazy.
2 to 4 drinks at the.
Wow.
At the bar.
What's your
Okay, I
receipt
see
show?
where
2
this is
or
going.
4? 2 or twice as much?
that's
I'd like to know.
smart. Interesting. Wait a second. Seriously? Wow. Okay.
So
I did
2.
not see that coming.
Where'd you get
That's
the 2 to
wild.
4?
Because it was happy hour.
that's
and
good.
it's a 2 for 1 deal.
So
Wow.
not so it is
That's
4.
impressive.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes, Your Honor.
you tell him that's a big jump,
That's
25
actually really
pounds,
cool.
and he, compared to
look
what
at
you're
that.
used to doing. And what does he say?
I've got this.
Okay, fair
Don't
enough.
worry, bro. I stepped back and
Nice
let him do his thing.
Oh,
Wait,
wow.
are you spotting
That's
him or
better
aren't
than
you?
I
I don't get it.
expected.
But yeah, I was standing over
All right.
him and I asked him,
That was
hey.
good.
Okay, so
need
when you
help?
say
Need
you
help?
step back,
I
what do you
enjoyed
mean?
He asked for space. He said, no,
Let's
bro,
see.
I've got this. So I stepped back and let him do his
so,
thing.
wow.
Wait.
Wait.
He said to you,
What?
I
I wasn't
need
expecting
space,
that.
step
That's
back.
interesting.
I don't understand what's going on between you
Okay.
two. Did
Oh.
you ask him to step
No
back?
way.
No,
Wow,
I did. I
that's
said I got
actually
the 4th
impressive.
rep. I was struggling,
Hold on.
and at that point, he did
Did
help
that really
me.
just
Okay,
happen?
so go on. And are you paying attention to what he's
That's
doing?
crazy.
Well, I
Wow.
noticed he struggled,
Okay,
but I
I
didn't
see
think
where
he would
this is
continue.
going.
So I helped him get the bar
that's
back up, and I assumed it was going to be
Interesting.
fine.
Wait a
And he went for a
Seriously?
5th,
Wow.
and
Wait, how does he go
I did
for a
not see that
5th?
coming.
Pushes
He
it
just
up,
takes it
starts
up again,
bringing it-
lifts it
yeah.
up again.
Oh,
Okay, so
that's
do
good.
you know that he's
Nice.
doing that?
Wow.
I mean, it was pretty
That's
noisy in the
impressive.
gym. I was a
Okay.
little bit distracted.
Why were you
Oh.
distracted?
That's
There's a
actually
lot
really
going
cool.
on.
Yeah, but not
Wow,
while you're
look at
spotting
that.
him. Your mind should be on
Interesting.
spotting him, right?
Okay,
Yes,
fair
Your
enough.
Honor.
Okay, so go on. What happens?
Nice one.
Before I knew it,
wow.
he was
That's better than I
struggling to pull it up, and it was already
All
too
right.
low.
That was
and
good.
he hurt himself by pushing his
enjoyed that.
limits further than he should have.
Tell me what you did. You're trying to pick it
wow.
up.
Yeah, I tried to
Wait,
diffuse the situation
what?
and
I wasn't expecting
gather the
that.
weights,
That's
put
interesting.
everything back, and keep him
Okay.
from humiliating himself in
No way.
front of other gym
Wow,
goers.
that's
That's
actually
that was your
impressive.
concern?
Hold
Yes,
on.
Your Honor.
Was he
Did
angry
that really
at you?
just happen?
I mean, he was in a lot of pain. He said
That's
some
crazy.
not nice things.
Wow.
Did you have to go to the
Okay, I see
hospital?
where this is
I was
going.
pissed. Yeah, I had to leave immediately. I couldn't
That's
drive, so I
smart.
had to take an Uber to urgent care.
And what happened?
Interesting.
So the doctor
Wait a
informed me
second.
that I completely tore
Seriously?
my rotator
Wow.
cuff.
Did
Okay.
you have to have surgery?
I did not see
I did
that
have to have
coming.
surgery.
That's
They had to
wild.
replace it and fix the tear as best as they could.
Nice.
It ended up costing $3,500
That's
out of
impressive.
pocket.
So that's your out of pocket is $3,500?
Yeah, luckily I had insurance to help with that.
That's
Okay,
actually really
so
cool.
let me ask you a question.
Wow,
Do
look
you
at
feel
that.
like you're responsible?
No, I feel
Okay,
like
fair
his negligence to his own
Nice one.
limits
Oh, wow.
is
That's better
what's
than I
at fault
expected.
here.
You implied that he wasn't
good.
at the top of his
Wow.
spotting
I
game
enjoyed
because
that.
he had been
Okay.
drinking.
Let's see.
But you knew he had been drinking and you asked him to spot you.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Your Honor.
So
Wait,
some would say that you
what?
have assumed the
I wasn't
risk
expecting
of
that.
having
That's interesting.
a guy who has 4 gin and tonics
Okay.
spot
Oh.
you.
Yes, Your Honor.
No
Yeah.
way.
When
It's
you-
like, apparently
that's
it wasn't a
actually
problem for you,
impressive.
but you want it to be a
Hold on.
problem for me.
Did
No,
that
Your Honor,
really
I'm not
just
here to waste your
happen?
time.
Do you feel like the alcohol played a role or,
That's
or
crazy.
don't you?
I do.
Wow.
I do.
All right, but
Okay, I
it was
see where this is
okay
going.
by you that he was
Oh,
spotting you even
that's
though he had
smart.
4 gin and tonics in him. So I
Interesting.
feel like you
a
assumed
second.
the risk of
Seriously?
him having
Wow.
been drinking.
Okay.
I don't know
I
where to
did
draw
not
the
see that
line
coming.
if that's who
That's
you
wild.
pick to spot you.
Oh,
So how much
that's
of this
good.
is your fault, do you
Nice.
think?
I still think it falls.
Inviting a
That's
drunk guy, well, I don't know if
Okay.
he was drunk or not. You didn't think he was drunk or you wouldn't
Oh.
have had him spot you. Inviting a
actually
guy
really
who's
cool.
had 4 gin and tonics to
Wow,
spot
look
you
at that.
and then
Interesting.
also combining it
Okay,
with
fair enough.
adding 25 pounds
Nice one.
to your
Oh, wow.
workout. These don't
That's
seem
better
like
than I
really smart
expected.
decisions. Had you been drinking before you
All
were
right.
working out?
That
No,
was
I
good.
hadn't.
Oh, so this is on a
I
completely
enjoyed
sober.
that.
But we had been drinking to the gym before together. Usually
Yeah.
we'll hit, the free weights or the
wow.
machines.
And
Excuse
so
me.
this
Wait,
is not a big deal to
what?
you.
No, so
I
this is a
wasn't
normal
expecting
thing,
that.
but we'll
That's
normally hit the
interesting.
machines that don't require, spotting over a
Oh.
bar. I was feeling
So
good
why
that
did
day
you do
and-
it this
wow,
day,
that's
why
actually
would, of all
impressive.
days, would you pick this
Hold on.
day when you
Did
know
that
he's
really
been
just
drinking for
happen?
2 hours and it's 2 for 1 happy hour, and
That's
that
crazy.
you decide to pick that
Wow.
day to
Okay, I see
increase
where this is going.
the pounds by
Oh,
25
that's smart.
pounds?
I did see him stumbling, but I didn't think he had that much to drink.
You saw him stumbling before you asked him to spot you?
Wow.
No, this was after he tried to help me. I saw him stumble when he tried to
That's
correct
wild.
the weight up, which inevitably tore the rotator cuff. But yeah, I didn't realize
Wow.
he was super drunk.
That's
We usually hold
impressive.
our liquor, and
Okay.
if anything, I think you
You're not my
should've told
first spotting case,
That's
believe it or
actually really
not.
cool.
I have had
Wow,
many
look at that.
cases where someone wants to blame
Okay,
their
fair enough.
injury on the spotter because the spotter didn't
wow.
do the
That's
spotting
better than I
job to the, as though you're paying
right.
the spotter or
That was
something,
good.
and they're,
Wow.
they're negligently
enjoyed that.
performing their duty. They're a spotter.
Let's
They're
see.
doing you a favor. But in your case, the guy
Oh,
who you
wow.
picked to do your spotting
Wait,
is a
what?
guy who you know
I
has been
wasn't
drinking for
expecting
2
that.
hours,
That's
and it
interesting.
didn't bother you in the slightest.
Okay.
And now you're asking
No
me to
way.
have it bother me.
Wow,
But
that's
you
actually
didn't have a
impressive.
problem with that
Hold
that
on.
day. And
Did that
that's
really
the
just
day you
happen?
choose to do this enormous jump. Maybe your
crazy.
injuries resulted
Wow.
from
Okay, I
that
see where this is
behavior.
going.
I'm sorry that this happened to you.
nice. That's smart.
But frankly, I find in favor
Interesting.
of the defendant in
Wait
this
a
case.
Seriously?
All
Wow.
rise.
Okay. I did not see that.
Judge
That's
Milian
wild.
has ruled in favor of the defendant.
That's good.
The plaintiff's claim is denied.
That's impressive.
Shouldn't skip
Okay.
legs, bro.
Oh, that's actually.
I understand the ruling. I disagree
Wow,
with it,
look
but
at
maybe you got a point.
Exit this way, please.
Okay,
Make
fair
sure you
enough.
grab all of your belongings.
Coming up,
I had to step out for an IT error. He accepted responsibility to watch my son.
That was
He made a sexual joke
I
directly
enjoyed
to my son, and my son repeated this joke.
Oh wow. Wait.
we're watching
I wasn't
Emmy-nominated
expecting that. That's
Justice for the People with Judge Milian.
Okay.
Don Granderson
No
claims
way.
his 8-year-old
Wow,
son
that's actually
was
impressive.
expelled from an
Hold on.
after-school program
Did that really
because
just
he
happen?
repeated a dirty joke that the defendant told
crazy.
him. Nate Joseph
Wow.
says he warned
Okay,
the
I see where
plaintiff's
this is
son
going.
not to tell the joke to anyone.
Okay, Mr. Granderson, you're suing
Wait a
your,
second.
well, I guess
Seriously?
former friend,
Wow.
Mr.
Okay.
Joseph, for
I did not see that coming.
$800
That's wild.
for negligent behavior that
that's good.
caused you
Nice.
to lose that amount in an
That's
aftercare
impressive.
program. Tell me what
Okay.
happened.
So what happened was
That's actually really
I left
cool.
my son with him for about 15
Wow,
to 20
look
minutes
at
at work while I had to.
Why was your son with
Okay,
you at
fair
work?
enough.
It was a clerical
Nice.
day, half day,
wow.
and the
That's better
after-school
than I
program
expected.
was not set up to
All right.
take students in
That was
3
good.
hours early.
Okay, but were you
I enjoyed that.
allowed to bring your child to work?
Let's see.
I had permission from my boss, yes.
Okay, how old's your child?
wow.
My son is 8 years old
Wait.
now.
Okay, go on.
What?
I had
wasn't
to
expecting
step out
that.
for
That's
an IT
interesting.
error. He accepted responsibility
Okay.
to watch my son,
Oh.
and
No
he
way.
made a
Wow,
sexual
that's actually
joke
impressive.
directly to my
Hold
son.
on.
It wasn't even overheard.
Did
It was
that really just
directly to
happen?
my son. And my son repeated this joke at work
crazy.
to several students.
Wow.
It
Okay,
was,
I see
Okay,
this
what
is
was the
going.
joke?
Well, Your Honor,
that's
it's
smart.
school is like
Interesting.
a bad hookup.
Wait a second.
You know,
Seriously?
sometimes
Wow. Okay.
you
did
don't
not see
like
that
it,
coming.
you don't
That's
enjoy
wild.
it, but you still get screwed every day.
That's good.
You told that to an 8-year-old?
Wow.
Yes,
impressive.
Your Honor. I
Do you
did.
have children?
Okay.
No, Your Honor, I'm a single man.
What were you thinking
actually
of
really
saying
cool.
a joke like that to a kid?
Wow. Look at
Well,
that.
Your Honor, I'm a
Interesting.
fun uncle type. I don't
Okay,
have any
fair
children, and the fact that he brought his child into the
wow.
workplace, I thought
That's
was
better than I
a little
expected.
inappropriate in the first.
All right.
According to him,
that
he
was
had
good.
permission from the boss, so it's not
I
your.
enjoyed that.
That's true, Your Honor.
Let's
That's
see.
true.
Coming up,
So when I was
wow.
working, I just was kind of
Wait,
asking him about school
what?
and how things
I
were
wasn't
going,
expecting
and
that.
I
That's
just kind of seemed that he was a little down. So
Okay.
as I was
Oh.
going, I
No
heard
way.
a joke the other
Wow,
day.
that's actually impressive. Hold on. Did that really just happen?
you're watching Emmy-nominated
That's crazy.
Justice for the People
Wow.
with Judge Milian.
Okay, I see where
We're
this is going.
back with the case of Don Granderson,
that's
who
smart.
brought Nate Joseph to court for
Interesting.
negligent
Wait a second.
behavior.
Seriously? Wow.
Tell me the
Okay.
circumstances
I did not see that
surrounding
coming.
the telling
That's
of this
wild.
joke to an 8-year-old child.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
of
good.
course, Your Honor.
Nice.
So Don
Wow.
left it, and he went to
That's
go do his
impressive.
job, and
Okay.
I was sitting at my desk with Steven,
Oh.
and Steven was working
That's
on some
actually really
homework,
cool.
and I was working on a
Wow,
few
look at
reports.
that.
So when I
Interesting.
was working, I
Okay,
just was
fair
kind of
enough.
asking him about school and how things were going, and
Oh, wow.
I
That's
just
better
kind
than I
of
expected.
seemed that he was a little down. So
All
as
right.
I was going,
was
I
good.
had heard a joke
Wow.
the other day,
I
but as
enjoyed
soon
that.
as I said the
Okay.
joke, I told
Let's
him
see.
that, you know, this is a joke more for adults and to
wow.
not repeat it.
Wait,
So I
what?
tried to set that
I wasn't
boundary.
Okay,
expecting that.
you tried to
That's
set that
interesting.
boundary. I got an idea. How about the boundary
Okay.
that you don't
Oh.
cross when you tell a kid
No
about a
way.
hookup
Wow,
who's 8
that's
years old?
actually
How about
impressive.
that? That's like
Hold
1,000 times
Did that
worse.
really just
It's our
happen?
little secret.
That's true, Your Honor.
That's crazy.
All right, tell me
Wow.
about the issues he's
Okay, I
had
see
at
where this is
aftercare
going.
before this.
Oh.
They were for
That's smart.
disrupting during group activities.
Interesting.
And they were
Wait a
for
second.
being disruptive during homework
Seriously?
time.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I did not see
disruptions,
that coming.
talking out of
That's
line,
wild.
those were his main
That's good.
infractions.
Nice.
They throw him
Wow.
out of the after-school
That's
program
impressive.
because he told the joke?
Okay.
They threw him out because it was a zero tolerance policy
That's
against
actually really
sexual jokes.
Wow.
Because
look
that
at
was a second strike.
Interesting.
What are you saying? Like
Okay,
it's
fair
all
enough.
fine and it's all well and good,
Nice one.
And
wow.
if it's not the
That's
third
better
strike,
than I
if it was a
expected.
second strike, everything on your part
was
would be
good.
okay?
Wow.
No, but
I
Your
enjoyed
Honor,
that.
I mean, the joke in nature was
see.
not of that. I didn't think it was that severe.
wow.
I mean, I used the word
Wait.
hookup.
I'm not sure it's
I wasn't
hookup that
expecting
was the
That's
problem.
interesting.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay.
I just wanted
Oh.
to bring to your
No
attention
way.
that this
Wow,
is not
that's
the
actually
first time that
impressive.
his child
Hold
is
on.
causing
Yeah, no, they're
issues.
kids,
Did
all
that
right?
really just
So they're
happen?
8 years old, but the problem was that what you
That's
did is
crazy.
what caused him
Wow.
getting,
Okay, I
out
see
of
where
the
this is
program.
going.
Judge Million's
that's
verdict
smart.
when justice for the people returns.
Wait a second. Seriously? Wow. Okay. I did not see that coming.
You're watching
That's
Emmy
wild.
nominated Justice for the People.
that's
Judge
good.
Million.
Nice.
When you
Wow.
talked to your son,
impressive.
did your son
Okay.
tell you that he had told him, don't repeat this
That's
joke,
actually
it's
really
for
cool.
adults?
He did inform
Wow,
me that
look
he
at
was
that.
told that, Your Honor.
Interesting.
So did you ask your
Okay,
son,
fair
so
enough.
why did you say it?
I
Nice one.
did not.
Wow.
Look,
That's better than
as
I expected.
offended as I am
All
that
right.
he is a
That was good.
moron who would
Wow.
actually
I
tell an
enjoyed that.
8-year-old
Okay.
child a
Let's see.
sexual joke, the question
wow.
becomes, is your son
Wait,
at fault for repeating it?
I wasn't
did
expecting
he
that.
know
That's
what he was saying, and did he know he
Okay.
shouldn't say it,
Oh.
and then he said it anyway?
No way.
And that was really
Wow,
what
that's
caused him
actually
to be thrown
Hold
out,
on.
as opposed to
Did that really
you
just
leaving
happen?
him in the care of someone at work.
That's crazy.
I understand that.
As annoyed
Wow.
as I am at his
Okay, I see where
behavior,
this is going.
does he have to pay?
Oh,
What are you
nice.
doing
That's
while
smart.
I'm talking? Are you actually chicken necking
Interesting.
and agreeing with
Wait a
me?
second.
I was, yes,
Seriously?
Your Honor.
Because
Wow.
honestly,
Okay.
I've been doing this
I did
alone
not
my
see that
whole
coming.
life, and I do
That's
not
wild.
need your participation. Okay,
Oh,
so I would
that's
appreciate
good.
it if you did
Nice.
not like
Wow.
whoop-de-doo
That's
in here,
impressive.
because what you did
Okay.
was completely idiotic. But I am
That's
not
actually
going to
really
hold
cool.
him legally responsible, because
Wow,
there's a
look at
difference
that.
between being an idiot and being legally
Okay, fair enough.
responsible. I understand. I'm not, like I get it.
Oh,
This is an
wow.
emergency,
That's
a
better
child
than I
care issue,
expected.
and sometimes it happens.
All right.
It's not that you're
That was good.
in any way at fault.
Wow.
The only person
I
who's
enjoyed
at
that.
fault is him,
Okay.
but he's not
Let's see.
legally at fault. Verdict for the defendant.
Oh, wow.
All rise.
Wait.
Judge Million
wasn't
has
expecting
ruled
that.
in
That's
favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's
Okay.
claim is
Oh.
denied.
No way. Wow.
Any last remarks for each other?
I think I need to work on my jokes.
I think you just need to work on your jokes in the workplace.
Exit this way, please. Make sure you grab all of your belongings.